Have you ever found yourself in a relationship or a situation where you find yourself questioning, is all this effort that I'm putting into something going to be worth the rewards that I receive? Well, in response to this very question, the social exchange theory on a communicative level was found, which deals with how interpersonal relationships between two or more people are created based on a cost-benefit analysis that each of us choose to make. My name is Emma Lyle, and today I will be analyzing how the social exchange theory applies in our familial relationships, whether it be on a marital status or more specifically on a parent-child relationship. In familial relationships, we each make a choice on whether to progress with others in our family or retract from them based on how we think our needs will be met and what it will take to meet the needs of our other members. First, in this presentation, I plan to give an overview of how exchange theories and societal standards develop over time. Using a research article that I found, which was a Pure Journal article, that examines studies and research found on the social exchange theory in our familial relationships. I will also cite these findings from my research article and then apply the results and the hypothesis from this article onto my own relationship with my father. The article that I chose to analyze was called Exchange Theory and the Family by Lawrence L. Shornack, which discussed the exchange theory's role in our familial relationships, mainly in marital status and also our parent-child communication. This article focuses on the social exchange theory, which is a topic that has been mentioned in our course, but upon reading more in our textbook, I found that there was more of an emphasis on intimate relationships between two people. In our textbook, it is stated on Chapter 8, page 261, that the social exchange theory is as two people progress towards greater intimacy. Both parties make decisions about the immediate, forecasted, and cumulative rewards and costs of staying together. This theory examines how people choose to decide how much to contribute and how much they will need contributed to their relationship. This also affects how much people decide to contribute into a relationship and how far it will progress in the future. This article specifically that I analyzed explained in their first hypothesis that as husband and wife and parent-child relationships become more contractual, the family tends more towards instability and dependency upon the state. This hypothesis assumes that as family structures become more based on a cost-benefit analysis and people wanting more than they are giving, it becomes more unstable and there is less of a trust formed within our parent-child communications, as parents must be demanding better grades and more effort from their children without taking a moment to meet the child's needs, or vice versa. For the findings aspects of this article, the author ended up stating that future events may constitute a crucial experiment for two competing theories of social life. So what I found this to mean was that the results that they came up with did show that there was an increase in instability as cost-benefit analysis became more normalized, but with ever-changing societal standards and norms, they could not come to a full conclusion, and these results could not be generalized based on the small amount of time spent on this hypothesis and article when there are ever-shifting social norms and changes. The relationship that I chose to analyze after reading this research paper was my own with my father. I believe that the communication issue and problem is that I have relied more on having my needs met rather than seeing his as well. On a cost-benefit analysis that I have made, I would focus more on my benefits and not what it should cost me to have both of our needs met. I plan to give into our relationship and setting more realistic expectations for him and I, because I know that no matter how many expectations he has set towards me, I probably have had more and must set realistic standards to make our relationship succeed. Members of families, specifically parents and their children, can choose how their relationships will develop based on these cost-benefit analysis. Our methods of social exchange and comparison have gradually shifted with these new influences and norms in society, but one thing has remained clear. We do need to give and take in our relationships in order for them to be balanced and successful. Understanding the implicit bias of the social exchange theory and our assumptions about the worth of our relationships can make or break the bonds in our families, And by understanding this implicit bias in the social exchange theory, we can work one step closer to making our relationships more thorough and trusted. Thank you.